Welcome to the Just-in-Time Training Program for Chemical Terrorism Packaging and Shipping. This just-in-time training is for collection, packaging, and shipping of chemical terrorism blood and urine specimens for rapid toxic screen. This program was last modified April 2014 by the New Jersey Department of Health Laboratory Outreach Program. Annual review of the CDC webpage for changes to these requirements is recommended. This training program should be reviewed annually to assist in maintaining staff competence for hospital laboratory response to a chemical terrorism event. The accompanying hard copy manual may also assist in annual staff training and should be a useful reference tool during an actual event or exercise. Preparedness always has an element of training and practice and an element of materials management. This course also discusses materials management in preparation for response. Upon completion of this training, participants should be able to describe the specimens required for a chemical terrorism rapid toxic screen, describe the materials needed to package and ship 10 adult specimens for chemical terrorism rapid toxic screen, discuss the importance of conditioning and maintaining specimen conditioning temperatures during transport, and list the paperwork required to accompany the specimens. The Laboratory Response Network is an articulated network of local, state, federal, and international laboratories prepared to work together in a rapid response during a bioterrorism or chemical terrorism event. Hospital laboratories are part of the Laboratory Response Network. In a chemical terrorism event, when patients who may have been exposed to chemical agents are expected to present in hospital emergency departments, the hospital laboratory should be prepared to respond by rapidly collecting appropriate specimens, rapidly conditioning specimens at appropriate temperatures, packaging and shipping specimens as biological substances Category B, UN 3373, and according to CDC guidance and Timesaver 48 manufacturer's instructions as defined in this program, by completing appropriate shipping manifests and chain of custody documents, and, if requested, transporting packages to the New Jersey Public Health and Environmental Laboratories in West Trenton. As discussed earlier, materials management is very important in preparing to respond to an event. Procure, secure, and regularly inventory materials listed in this program. See the attached PDF file for list of materials. Precondition cold packs according to the manufacturer's shipping kit instructions. Do not deviate from this requirement and do not substitute elements of the Timesaver 48 system with other materials, or shipments are not guaranteed. Identify and maintain a dry ice vendor. Have current contact information and directions to the New Jersey Public Health Laboratories in West Trenton. Have a hospital chain of custody form prepared and available to accompany shipment. Periodically review urine and blood manifest instructions from the CDC webpage. Train and review training annually with all responsible staff. Attached to this PowerPoint are 2 PDF files which may be printed out and put into your emergency response manual. They are the New Jersey Public Health and Environmental Laboratories address, phone number, and directions. List of materials needed for packaging. These files are also part of the accompanying just-in-time training manual hard copy. The rest of this program will lead you through the step-by-step procedures you need to follow for specimen collection, handling, and packaging during a chemical terrorism event. At the end of the program, there are some questions you can use to test your knowledge. Patients are seen in the emergency department with signs and symptoms of exposure to chemical terrorism agents. Physicians consult with poison control and public health officials. a determination is made to collect specimens for chemical terrorism rapid toxic screen. The hospital administration notifies the hospital laboratory that specimens are to be collected and prepared for shipment to the New Jersey Public Health and Environmental Laboratories. Samples need to be collected quickly to assure chemical agents or their metabolites do not break down. Make arrangements with your dry ice vendor for delivery. Prepare specimen labels as you would for routine laboratory specimens to include 2 unique identifiers. You'll need a set of 8 patient labels for each adult specimen. You will need 2 labels for each child specimen, 1 for the container and 1 for the urine manifest. Blood manifests and urine manifests may be found on the website listed on this page. You will also need a copy of your hospital chain of custody form. Laboratorians should assist the emergency department personnel in collecting and labeling specimens and completing the manifest and the chain of custody forms. In addition to unique patient identifiers, for example, the medical records number and the specimen ID number, labels should convey the collector's initials and date and time of collection, so that law enforcement officials may trace the specimens to the collector should investigations lead to legal action and the collector has to testify that he or she collected the specimen. If you use barcoded labels, place the labels on the blood tubes and urine cups vertically so that when these containers are upright, the barcode looks like a ladder. One adult specimen consists of 12 mL of blood collected by vacuum into 4 3 mL purple top tubes or 3 4 mL purple top tubes. Do not use gel tubes and do not open the tubes during collection. Using indelible ink, number the tubes in order of collection, 1 through 4 or 1 through 3. Initial the tubes, date, and time. In addition, you will need a green or gray top tube, a minimum 3 mL or larger, and collect by vacuum. Allow the tube to fill to stated capacity. Do not open the tube. Use indelible ink when labeling. Initial tubes, date, and time. For each adult specimen, you will also need 40 to 60 mL minimum of urine collected in a clean screw cap urine container. Initial, date, and time. Note the method of collection if the urine is not clean catch. 2 unopened purple top tubes from the same lot number, 2 unopened gray or green top tubes from the same lot number, and 2 unopened urine containers from the same lot number must be included in your shipment. A child specimen does not require blood. It consists of 40 to 60 mL minimum of urine collected in a clean screw cap urine container. Initial, date, and time. Note the method of collection if the urine is not clean catch. You will need 2 unopened screw cap urine containers from the same lot number in each shipment. The CDC recommends that you maintain a list of names with corresponding specimen identification numbers at the collection site so that results can be reported to patients. It is recommended that you record additional data for use in the interpretation of results. Additional data may include the time of potential exposure, the method of urine collection if other than clean catch, indication if the samples were collected post-mortem, and if antidotes were administered prior to sample collection. Transport all specimens to the hospital laboratory for proper temperature conditioning immediately. The sooner specimens reach conditioning temperatures, the more likely all analytes will be detected. Blood should be refrigerated at 1 to 10 degrees centigrade for a minimum of 1 hour prior to preparing for shipment. Urine must be frozen at -20 degrees centigrade for 2 hours or -70 degrees centigrade for 1 hour minimum prior to preparing for shipment. All specimens should be secured while conditioning. Make sure refrigerators and freezers are locked to maintain chain of custody. Transfer bloods and urines to gridded boxes. Note: before loading the boxes, remove the grids and place the absorbent material on the bottom. Replace the grids and place tubes in the box as shown in the pictures to the left. Each blood box will hold tubes from 10 patients along with blanks. Each urine box will hold urines from 5 patients and a blank. 2 urine boxes are needed for every blood box. Condition blood at 1 to 10 degrees centigrade for at least 1 hour prior to shipping, or temperature will not be maintained during shipping. Freeze urines at -20 degrees centigrade for 2 hours or -70 degrees centigrade for 1 hour. Prepare manifests according to instructions on the forms. Note: manifests will accompany final packages. Urine manifests will accompany urines in dry ice box, and blood manifests will accompany bloods in the qualified refrigerated package. While your specimens are conditioning, secure a driver to West Trenton, obtain dry ice for packaging your urines, call the New Jersey Chemical Terrorism Laboratory to assure readiness to receive specimens. You may call 609-571-5307. Check the correct type and amount of specimens collected. Check the manifests are filled out according to instructions. Time the specimen conditioning, and after allotted time, visually check to see if urines are frozen, and assemble your packaging materials. Your packaging materials are listed on this next two pages, and may be found in the accompanying PDF. Make sure these are all on hand and up to date prior to an event. When your urines are frozen, you can begin the packaging process. Package the urine specimens first. Blood should remain refrigerated for as long as possible before packaging. Remove urine samples from the freezer. Check visually to make sure they are frozen solid. Place the frozen urine specimens inside the gridded box if not done previously. Seal the box all the way around with evidence tape, taking care not to break the tape. Write your initials in permanent marker half on and half off the evidence tape. Wrap the urine box in absorbent paper and tape once more with evidence tape. Write your initials in permanent marker half on and half off the evidence tape. Repeat these steps for the second gridded urine box. Note: instructions are for 10 adult specimens. Place the first absorbent wrapped urine box into the poly bag with biohazard symbol, being sure to displace any air in the bag. Place the poly bag inside the Tyvek bag and seal. Note: the secondary Tyvek bag meets the internal pressure standards for air transport. Repeat these steps for the second urine box. Seal the Tyvek bag as previously described with evidence tape and initial half on and half off the tape. Repeat for the second urine box. Prepare your safety pack dry ice shipper. Place an absorbent pad on the bottom of the dry ice shipper. Layer dry ice pellets over the absorbent pad. Place the 2 Tyvek wrapped urine boxes on top of the dry ice. Surround the two Tyvek-wrapped urine boxes with absorbent pads to minimize shifting. Place additional dry ice on top of the absorbent material. Place an additional absorbent pad over the dry ice. Place completed urine manifest inside a plastic bag on top of the absorbent pad. Be sure to keep a copy of all paperwork for your records. Place the styrofoam lid over the manifest. Note: do not tape the styrofoam lid shut. Carbon dioxide gas from dry ice must be allowed to escape as the ice dissipates. Use one strip of filamentous tape to seal the outer packaging. Note: do not tape other edges of the outer packaging to allow for release of carbon dioxide gas. Label your finished box with the following: to and from labels, the term biological substance, category B, UN 3373 label, a class 9 miscellaneous label, and the term dry ice, UN 1845, with the weight of the dry ice in kilograms. You're now ready to package your blood specimens. To maintain the temperature of blood, it will be necessary to work quickly. It is recommended that packaging be done with a second person. All paperwork should be assembled and completed and packing materials ready before removing the blood gridded box from the refrigerator. Seal the gridded box all the way around with one continuous piece of evidence tape. Note: evidence tape breaks apart easily when applying to the box. Initial half on the tape and half on top of the box. Wrap the entire gridded box with absorbent pad or absorbent sheet as you did with the urines, and tape to seal. Initial again as shown. Place the box sealed with absorbent inside a safety pack clear inner leak-proof poly bag or equivalent. Seal the bag shut. Note: before sealing the poly bag, remove the air buildup from inside of the bag. Place the sealed poly bag containing the gridded box inside the white Tyvek outer envelope. Note: the secondary Tyvek bag meets the internal pressure standards for air transport. Remove excess air from inside the Tyvek bag and seal the opening of the envelope with a continuous piece of evidence tape. Write your initials half on the evidence tape and half on the envelope. Now you're ready to initiate the TimeSaver 48 qualified shipping system pack out. Note: the system is guaranteed to maintain refrigerated items for 48 hours, only if the packaging instructions are followed and only if all elements of the system are used correctly. Here's a diagram of the cold packs and frozen packs as they are to be utilized within the system. The next few slides will demonstrate this. Place the sealed Tyvek bag inside the brown-colored payload box component of the TimeSaver 48 pre-qualified shipping system. Seal the payload box shut with tape and set aside until ready to be placed inside the TimeSaver 48 pre-qualified shipper. Empty the TimeSaver 48 pre-qualified shipper ready to initiate pack-out procedure for shipping the blood specimens. Place two frozen gel packs horizontally on the bottom panel or the floor of the insulated shipper. Note: the gel packs should be frozen so that they freeze flat with equal thickness. Place two layers of bubble wrap on top of the frozen gel packs. Note, bubble wrap is included in the packaging. Place 2 refrigerated gel packs horizontally on top of the bubble wrap. Place the payload box containing the blood specimens inside the shipper on top of the refrigerated gel packs centered in the cavity. Place 2 refrigerated gel packs vertically between the right side wall of the shipper box and the right side wall of the payload box. Place 2 refrigerated gel packs vertically between the left side wall of the shipper box and the right side wall of the payload box. Place 1 refrigerated gel pack vertically between the end wall of the shipper box and the end wall of the payload box. Place 1 refrigerated gel pack vertically between the other end of the shipper box and the end wall of the payload box. Place 2 refrigerated gel packs horizontally on top of the payload box. Place 2 layers of bubble wrap on top of the refrigerated gel packs. Place 2 frozen gel packs horizontally on top of the bubble wrap. Place the completed blood shipping manifest in a sealable plastic bag and place on top of the frozen gel packs. Do not place chain of custody form inside the shipper. Be sure to keep a copy of all paperwork for your records. Place the lid on the shipper. Note, do not tape the lid shut. Seal the box with 1 piece of filamentous shipping tape. Note, do not tape all 4 sides. Label the outside of the box with the following: to and from labels and the term biological substance category B and a UN 3373 label. Your final shipment will contain 2 boxes, one with the frozen urines and one with the refrigerated blood. Prepare your chain of custody form. Sign the form and have your driver sign your chain of custody form. Keep a copy and send the original with the shipment. When the driver arrives at the New Jersey Public Health and Environmental Laboratories, have the driver sign the New Jersey Public Health internal chain of custody form and obtain the signature from the New Jersey Public Health and Environmental Laboratories representative on your hospital chain of custody form. Directions to the New Jersey Public Health, Environmental, and Agricultural Laboratory Facility at 3 Schwarzkopf Drive in West Trenton are found in a PDF attached to this training file. And now it's time to test your knowledge. In the slides that follow, you'll be given an opportunity to test your knowledge. Write down the answer to the question as it appears. You will be given immediate feedback in the succeeding slide. Good luck. Why must there be no substitution of elements of the Time-Saver 48 system? For example, cold packs, payload box, etc. The system is tested and guaranteed to maintain temperature only if the manufacturer's instructions are followed to include use of all elements in the manner described. Why is it necessary to collect and condition specimens quickly? The rapid toxic screen tests for 150 chemical agents and chemical agent metabolites. These markers can be metabolized in the body to undetectable levels and can also break down after collection. Cooling blood and freezing urines impedes the process. What constitutes an adult specimen for a rapid toxic screen? An adult specimen is 12 mL of blood collected in 3 4 mL purple top tubes or 4 3 mL purple top tubes plus 1 full 3 mL or larger green or gray top tube plus 40 to 60 mL of urine. Note, gel tubes must not be used and tubes must not be opened during collection. Why should barcoded labels be applied to containers vertically? Barcode readers can most easily read codes on flat surfaces. Labels applied vertically assure the flattest possible surface on a cylindrical container. How much urine is needed for a child specimen? (40 to 60 mL of urine in a clean container is required for a child specimen. Note, for each lot number of blood tube and urine container used, include 2 blanks in the shipment. Which USDOT packaging instruction are you following when packaging these specimens? When using these instructions, you are in compliance with 49 CFR 173.199 Category B Infectious Substance Packaging Instruction. Note, the proper shipment name is Biological Substance Category B, UN 3373. Why is it necessary to initial with indelible marker half on and half off the evidence taped box? It is easy to visualize any tampering or breaks in the continuous tape if initials are broken or misaligned. Results from the rapid toxic screen may be used in court and specimen integrity must be assured. Proper use of evidence tape is one means of doing this. What is the purpose of the chain of custody form? Signatures on the chain of custody form are an assurance that specimen integrity has been preserved during transport of the specimen to the receiving laboratory. This concludes your just-in-time chemical terrorism collection, packaging, and shipping training. Please refer to the accompanying manual for web-based reference information. Refresh your training in 1 year. If you have any questions, you may contact Susan McCorsky, Laboratory Outreach Program, at susan.mccorsky@doh.state.nj.us.